It was in this field some 15 kilometers south of Nijmegen where the 82nd Airborne dropped in 60 years ago. There are people here today who still remember it. For them, it was the first sign of freedom. For their children and grandchildren, it's become a very important part of their history. The Dutch are proud of their paratroopers who have come on this day to commemorate another unit, the U.S. 82nd. In this part of the Netherlands, the all-American 82nd has a revered chapter in local history and in the hearts of many a family.
I was 9 years old. My parents and all our friends and family were thinking this is the end of the war. My birthday was 15 September 1944. 2 days later, on a beautiful day like this, the British landed near Arnhem in a place called Oosterbeek. The American 82nd Airborne Division landed right here in Grave, close to the bridge.
6 decades after the war, the Dutch are still looking for ways to carve the legacy of the 82nd into stone. This year, on the 60th anniversary, the citizens of Grave decided to rename a bridge after the soldier who liberated it. It was Lieutenant John Thompson. They invited his widow and son and the U.S. ambassador to the site. His family says he never talked about the war, but he spoke with pride about being a part of the 82nd.
He saved everything, you know. I don't know how many sets of wings he had, and he didn't talk a lot about it, but he was very proud to be a member of that 82nd Airborne.
After the 82nd, he moved on in his life with the same gusto that got him through the war.
When he, left the Army after World War II, he became a professional baseball player. And he was a pitcher and pitched, fortunately, for a few years with the Philadelphia Phillies, and actually played in the World Series in 1950 when they played against the Yankees. Unfortunately, they lost in 4 straight games to the Yankees. But, and I think, that was probably one of the things that helped him deal with the aftermath of the war, is that he went back to play another game.
The Dutch also invited soldiers of the 82nd and hundreds of World War II veterans, British, Americans, and Dutch, all who had fought here so many years ago. And true to their legacy, those former soldiers who could performed color guard duty, standing for hours through countless ceremonies. And this year, there were many.
We've been invited to well over 80 events that are not only American, not only Polish, not only British, but are Dutch as well. Remembering that great generation 60 years ago that fought and died so that South Holland could be freed, and so that we can be in the country today, the Netherlands, which is a great country and a great ally of the United States.
It's a tradition here to cherish this bit of history and pass it on.
The veterans gave us freedom back, and we can't thank them enough for what they did for us.
For what they did to liberate our country. And that this will always remain. This will always remain. Till I die, till my children die.
In this tiny corner of the world, it's never too early to start the history lessons. From Grave, the Netherlands, Pam Portland, AFN News.